Hey, today I'm going to be talking about having versus being, because that's what stood out to me the most throughout this semester so far. So, yeah. So, I'd like to start off by saying that, what you have, you can lose. So, if your sense of identity is based off of what you have, something like possessions, you could then say that you are what you have. But then this raises the question, what are you when you lose what you have? You know? And then with this, from our use, that there comes an anxious concern to not lose what you have, because you're not only losing, what you have, but you're also like losing your sense of self and like you're losing who you are. So if I am what I have and I have nothing, then I am nothing, right? I've noticed this mode of existence in many of my peers here at MVS, specifically when it comes to grades, right? There's this notion here that when you have good grades, you are successful, right? And the keyword to me here is, have, obviously, right? Before this class, I never thought about how, these members of our community who are neurotic about their grades are really they're not just scared because it might, lower their chances to get into the college that they want to attend, but they're also scared because they focus so much on having these good grades that losing these grades or getting bad grades would mean losing their identity. The sense of identity, which is based on being, is totally different because it can never be taken away from you. Things like I feel, I see, I love, I'm sad. These are all human experiences expressed in verbs which cannot be lost or destroyed. Therefore, someone whose sense of identity is being, or in another sense, what they are. They don't have this anxiety to lose their identity because it can't be taken away from them. Fromm says, this book, to have or to be, while I'm writing it, I'm fully in it. When it is finished, it doesn't interest me anymore. I don't read it anymore. I'm occupied with new ideas. It bores me. To me, this offers the idea of being present at all times. That existing in the being mode would mean focusing on the present and what's going on right now. This is also related to the story Mr. Squires told a couple of classes ago, which basically boiled down was how after he got his black belt, he started going to the black belt classes, and he was being shown a new technique or a new move, and he related it to like the element water, right? And when he vocalized this to his teacher, they're like, forget about that stuff. That doesn't matter. Which also reminds me of, a Mac DeMarco lyric from one of my favorite songs, which he says, remembering things just to tell them so long. This brings me to the having versus being modes of existence in regards to love. And the basic idea, which Fromm says, is that love cannot be possessed because it is an abstraction, not an object, and you can only experience the act of loving. And that if you are stuck in the having mode of loving, it is confining, controlling, and imprisoning to the person or thing which you love, right? Fromm says that love, or being in love, is knowing, responding, affirming, and enjoying basically anything. It means bringing to life, increasing something's aliveness. And this really resounds within me because, I've noticed many relationships exist within this having mode of existence. And it's really made me think about the way I treat the people around me, because I don't want to be somebody they see as, controlling or confining who they are. While thinking about this, having versus being, I've thought of the question, are people entirely in the having or being modes of existence? And to this, Fromm would say no, right? People that he'd say that people who are entirely in the mode of having are, and I quote, insane, and that Which is scary to think about because in our society, this mode is thought of as the norm, right? Our society is built around the accumulation of possessions. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying that that scares me. And that somebody who is entirely in the mode of being from calls a saint. And this question has forced me to look at my own life and kind of decipher which aspects of my existence belong to which mode. And one thing I've noticed, especially recently, is that in terms of grades, I honestly believe that I view my grades in the being mode of existence, because when I sit down to do my work, I'm focused solely on, that work I'm doing. And once it's finished, I look at it and I'm like, yeah, it's the best work I could have done, right? And I turn it in, and I don't really care anymore because I'm already focused on, some other things, I guess. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.